Gunman Clive HD Collection. As I was perusing through the eShop, I like to look at the things that are on sale. And I'm like, looking at this and I'm like, well, it looks like another platformer, but it looks interesting. And it's less than $3. And I'm like, yeah, why not? So this is actually two games, the first and the second game. These titles were originally on Android. Then a little under a year later, it came to the 3DS. I have no idea if it's really that much improved from the 3DS games, as the art style really doesn't seem like it would have tasked the 3DS too much. I'm not sure how much high definition is really different from the way it was presented on the 3DS. This title has a pencil-drawn type art style that I loved. It also had like 3D effects at times. It was way more detailed than I expected, especially the second game. It seemed like the first game was the proof of concept, and in the second game they tried to really work that art style concept. And it was quite surprising on the things they could do. It turned a normal platformer into something way more stylish and fun than you might expect. Every level had a different feel to it, and introduced new ideas often. There was never a sense of repetitiveness, because once you get used to one thing, they throw in a new twist or a new mechanic altogether. But of course the trade-off is, the game is not very long. Either one of them. The level design tries to tell a story. You move through the different areas trying to save your girlfriend in the first game, and you're just trying to save the world in the second one, I think. I mean, things were on fire, and then you go to random areas. It just, while I could follow the narrative path in the first game, it's like the creators got high and went off the rails on the level design in the next game. In one level you're in a town, then you're on a ship, then you're back in the time of the dinosaurs. I had no idea what was going on. The map screen clarified it a little bit more, that you're going to different countries, and that's why there's such jarring changes to the gameplay design. I mean, the first game for the most part had a normal design. You're just going through towns, mines, and that sort of thing. You're fighting normal guys, and rabbits, and ducks. It actually makes sense, but as you're playing it, you're like, why is this duck trying to kill me? But then when you get to the final part, it just completely goes crazy because your girlfriend, when you finally get to her, gets abducted by aliens. And you have to go to their planet to save her. I played the whole first game live a few days ago if you want to check it out. I'll have that video linked up at the end if you're interested to watch it. It had a very simple control scheme. Run, jump, shoot. And it worked just fine. I would assume the lack of multiple attacks and complicated controls was because of the mobile platform it was originally on. You could play on easy, normal, or hard. Plus there are 3 other characters to play as. And unlike most games, they were very different to play. So playing the game again has a completely different feel to it if you try a different character. Mrs. Johnson will move slower since she has a long dress to contend with. But she can also float in the air for a second or two. So she's basically Princess Peach's powers from that fake Super Mario Bros. 2 game. Although her float powers are less powerful. Or you can play as Chieftain Bob, who only has a spear. So you're going to need to do close range attacks. Then if you really need a challenge, and if you at least beat the game once, the game will unlock a secret character, which is the duck. That's right, you can actually play as a duck. The animal can fly for a couple seconds, and that's it. You're going to need to fly away from every fight, so this one's going to be extremely hard. There are 4 save files in the game if you want to play as each of the characters without having to delete the save file. So that was nice. Gunman Clive HD Collection was fantastic. Both games were fairly short though. The first game I beat in about 40 minutes and the second a little over an hour. The second game is definitely harder though, as it takes all the elements from the first game and expands on that and adds new ones. I especially liked all the 3D flying and riding sections. It was just a fun addition I wasn't expecting. And just like the normal levels, it was over just as it was getting tiring. The creator did a great job of pacing throughout the levels to make them not tedious at all. Graphically, it looked great, and I love the art style. They're asking normally $3.99 for this, and that's a steal for these 2 games. And it's even better now that it's on sale for under $2.50. There's a lot of replayability in this game, and you should definitely buy it now.